I'm Lynn Melnick, and I'm going to read three poems from the Shadow Map anthology, which are also in my forthcoming book with Yes Yes Books. It's called Landscape with Sex and Violence. Um, so I'm going to start with Landscape with Smut and Pavement. At night, I hallucinate the grunting discord which leapt from a human body as he destroyed mine. That very month, I obliterated a beetle on a shiny walkway. That month was November. I think they are all out to get me, all the insects in their armor. Some folks like to use the word slut, even with children. I am holding all my blood in vials on my lap. The splatter is delicate. I guess I am bleeding all over the scenery. I was born in November. But you want to hear about the clean stretch of pavement where a beetle once lived, or the surrounding archways that were the kind of architecture that bodies who have been treated gently like to enjoy. The kempt lawn was always kempt. I was disparaged on that terrain. I was smut. The rest was burnished. This next one is called Some Ideas for Existing in Public. I think you should grip your dick through your jeans and ask me if I can handle it, because you know I can, right? I'm here for you. I think you should overtake me at a bus bench and invite me to sit on your face. I think you should track me down the block and clarify how you'd like to split my slit open until I pass out. Once, as a kid, I was balancing on a ledge all morning thinking no one could see me until a man walked by and captured my chin in his grip and called me pretty. I think you should screw me sideways right here on the sidewalk, like you said you might like to screw me sideways before you took off past the cop who said it's pointless to prove the crime, so come on, sure, screw me sideways, and why just sideways? Why not all ways? Why not diagonal? I think you should whistle so loud at my fat ass that I jump like a stray rodent, and you couldn't be more correct. It is a shame my fat ass is walking away from you. Because why is it walking away from you? Why am I walking away from you? Why am I here on the sidewalk? I'm yours. And the last one that I'm going to read is called One Sentence About Los Angeles. I've been trying to plant a palm in every garden I slink through, using this intoxicating body I lucked into some years after I first arrived in the desert in a Datsun with a commonplace finch in the backbench seat with me, and while you're probably waiting for metaphors, because you know that's the most respectable skill I have, this is not a story about cages, and it sure isn't a story about wings, and while you are probably waiting for confession, because you think that's what I've been doing here all along, this is not a story of how my body was first held down before I'd even hit double digits, on a dingy carpet whose fibers are still on my tongue, whose burn to my cheek I didn't even notice amid the more traumatic injuries until later I saw photos because I couldn't look in the mirror until the 21st century. But this, all of this, the rape and the allegory and the skinny palms sheltering no one, this is the story of how I got to live in a city that had run one course and needed another, roots humping up the walkways, so even sober we stumbled toward the slowing cars, which is what happens to girls who grow up with all that poetry and carpet in their mouths. But remember, I almost forgot to tell you, I lived in a desert where palms are signposts of water, not the want of it. Thanks for listening.